You thought you were done,
I
but then
thought I
you
was
weren't.
done. And then I wasn't. No, sir. Shortly after the weekend, after we poured the final section for Main Street, there was some damage caused by some inattentive drivers driving through our wet concrete. So it happens.
Okay, so what? Give me the specifics on that. Where were the tracks?
So there were two specific instances. One was coming out of a parking lot down the street, and then the other one where it appeared a large truck just kind of drove along the length of the pour here, and so left a rather large tire track off the entire length of the project, or this section.
This section. So I
Yeah.
guess the whole section had to come out then.
Yeah, pretty much 200 feet. So that's no small expense.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Because this is some
And we
heavy
were
duty-
done.
Yeah,
And we were done. We were done.
because this is some heavy duty thick concrete. This
Yes,
is real
8
street.
inches thick. Yeah, this is designed to last, the 100 years that the existing concrete lasted.
Just so it's hard first.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be hard first.
So
That's right.
how deep were the gouges?
The first one was the concrete was still very wet, so it was easily 8 to 10 inches of rut. And then the other one was the concrete had set up, but it was still 2 inches of depression. It looked like a dually tire. The outside tire of a dually kind of just went along it. So yeah.
And so how much is this going to cost?
Right, I think this is going to cost about $20,000 to pour this section here. Concrete is ridiculously expensive these days.
And so, and the rebar's got to be reset. Everything.
Yes, sir. All of it. Yeah, that was a complete waste. It was, unfortunately, but like I said, accidents happen. We understand that. We'll do a better job of making sure that it's clearly visible that the area needs to be avoided. We all share some blame in it, right? So it's hard to say that the cones weren't in the right spots or somebody was inattentive. Like I said, we just have to smile and say, these things kind of happen. There was nothing to give us any evidence that he deliberately ignored road signs or construction cones. So at that point, there's really nothing you can do.
So no charges.
No, sir. Without true evidence of malicious intent, there's not anything that we can really do.
Right, I got you. And then, so which was which? Did you sort of identify the person who drove through the parking lot or drove down?
We were never able to identify who drove down the parking lot. It was easy to spot the person who drove through it because they had parked at a local business down the street, and they still had And then also, they reached out to us and let us know that they had done it.
Okay, so they kind of
Yeah, they admitted to it. Yeah.
fessed up.
Yeah, sure. The person that drove through the concrete reached out to us. And we've identified them through concrete tracks, and they had parked close by, and so. But they reached out to us and let us know that they had done it. We would have had this fixed earlier, but last week we received 9 inches of rain, and there's been other things.
You had declared this finished then?
Yeah, it was substantially complete. The project was substantially complete. We were celebrating. Who I really feel bad for is, you can see our small streets crew having to redo this work. So that's who I really feel for. But they're good guys, and they're happy to do it. And I know they take a lot of pride in what has happened here from Henderson all the way here to Russ Street. So it's no small feat.
But your guys didn't make this street though. They're just doing the repairs.
No. So the way it worked was up until that curve here at the United Methodist Church was completely, all of the street repairs were done completely in-house by our City of Kilgore street crews. And then we partnered with a local contractor who had performed the sidewalks, who had done the sidewalks for this particular project. And we demoed out this section and tied the rebar, and then they came in to pour the concrete.
Okay. So
It just takes so many more people to do large pours, and you can see we just have a few guys. So
yeah, because is it a continuous project?
yeah, they were doing 200-yard pours at a time, and so we did 7 200-yard pours.
And then I guess you had some other delays too. Weather stuff.
The utility contract took a while. That one, there were lots of unknowns there. Whenever you're digging up things under the road, you find things that you didn't know that were there. And so this project has been 3 years, so you start adding up over time. They start to stack on you. But they were all explainable, and they were none through the fault of, none I would say were deliberate. They were just, that's the nature of the construction business. Time, materials, COVID. you know, you can offer. I don't offer excuses. I just offer explanations.
What was the total cost, and when was it originally projected to be complete?
June of 23, so about 6 or 7 months ago, was the original date. We knew that it was pushed off about 3 months because of the utility contract, which put it back into August, and then some other delays that brought us to where we are today.
And then when did the project start?
Design. So it was conceived back in 2019, in the summer of 2019, and then design was complete sometime in 2021, and that's when the utility project started. We did the underground utilities first, then came the sidewalks and curbs, and then came the pavement.
It was 2.4 million. Is it?
That's about right. Yeah, that's about what the current spend is. The project is substantially complete as of now, although the final pour is scheduled, weather permitting, on Thursday to finish this up, and if not, it will definitely be early next week. The weather looks better next week, but we're hoping to get it done Thursday. And then the cones will be gone, and it will, and it's a beautiful street. There's still some other items that we need to do. We need to do some striping, and we need to fix some of the intersections, and I'd like to smooth out the road with a grinding. But those are projects that move slower but this was the beast that is now done, and we couldn't be happier.
And obviously, it is open.
It is open.
Mm-hmm.
It is open. It's a beautiful corridor into our downtown for the city of Kilgore. It was a great investment by our city council and a lot of hard work from a lot of city employees and our contractors to make sure that this got done.